Hi there, Z here, and I'm back. I'm finally back after my long vacation of sunburns, bug bites, and a really strange case of a parasitic lamprey eel, or something like that. I don't know, the scientists are looking into it, but I finally returned to doing what I do. I mean, let's be honest, very mediocrely, but I have finally come back to do another game review, and a popular game review this time, too. A popular one, because I know what has to happen for me to increase my fan base. I need to find something, leech off of it, and just like a parasite, go on to the next host, which would be the next video game that I review. And this one, it's currently hot right now. You know how I know? It's at it wasn't at the top, but it was in the top sellers list in Steam. And I also went for it because it was a cheaper game, because this fucking wedding isn't paying for itself. So I bring to you House Flippers. House Flippers? House Flippers. You know, maybe it's like an ironic game or something like that. And the front side it says, no, seriously, we're a house flipping game. And then psych, video game, shooting, graphics, heads exploding, and House Flippers is a unique chance to become a one-man renovation crew, buy, repair, and remodel devastated houses, give them a second life, and sell them at a profit. Yeah, okay, so it's a house flipping simulating game. It's like all those TV shows where those really boring and uninteresting people go into a house and then they fix it up and then they sell it. Is it just me, or are video games getting real fucking weird now? You know what, fuck it. I need to review something here for you guys. So, welcome to another episode of Gaming on a Budget. Now, for those of you who haven't watched someone play this or seen something similar on TV, imagine Viscera cleanup detail mixed with the building portion of The Sims, and you got House Flipper. And if the name isn't enough of a giveaway, you go to a house that's frankly seen some better days, pick up some garbage, mop the dust, clean the cockroaches, choose a color scheme to the house, furnish it, and try to sell it at a bigger price. But that's all late game stuff. Let's talk about the beginning. It all starts out with you cleaning what looks to be an abandoned meth operation, to find that it's your personal home/office, complete with a computer, a bed, a bathroom, and a chainsaw? Yeah, okay, yeah, I can imagine why it's there. It's probably there for when the meth heads come back trying to pawn everything of yours, because a chainsaw is terrifying even without being on drugs, and boy, if you're on drugs, I do not pity you. Anywho, you start out the game with not quite enough money to buy a house to flip quite yet, so you have to do odd jobs everywhere else. Clean up this house, apply a new layer of paint in a few rooms, put a few radiators in, clean up the cockroaches from the children's room, and presto, you walk away with several $1,000s and 13 minutes of your life you'll never get back. Do all of this enough times and you'll start getting upgrade points for specific areas. Yes! I bet you didn't know that there was an RPG element to this game, but there is. Honestly, I wish that element was something different, you know, something like unique stories or interesting gameplay, or maybe even character models that don't look like they've been eating embalming fluid for their entire fucking lives. But you take what you can get, you know, you take what you get. And with all these upgrade points, you can use them to pretty much make repetitious parts of the game go faster. Instead of painting on one strip, you can paint in 3 strips. Instead of, putting things on the wall slowly, it goes a little bit faster. Very minor things to things that can definitely get boring after a while. Are you not excited yet? Does this game not want you to spend $20 on it? Come on! Are you not entertained? Well, hold on to your nipples, boys and girls, because we ain't done yet. After you collect enough money from these odd jobs, you could finally buy your first broken down piece of garbage house and spruce it up with your expert knowledge of how to put in bathtubs, how to mount a radiator, and what color goes with Indigo Dreams. After spending your time doing this and not, helping solve cancer or helping out your local shelter, you fucking degenerate, you can finally flip your first house and sell it to the public. And the best part of this entire thing? I'll fucking tell you. The best part of this? You know how most of the time you don't want to know? How much time you spend in a video game? How much time did I waste on League of Legends? Don't want to fucking know. I know that there's the website out there that says it. I don't want to know about it because I want to keep that shit on the DL here. But this game wants you to know you spent 45 fucking minutes on this one house that looks like garbage. And the entire time while you were trying to make this big piece of garbage look like a less big piece of garbage, on the entire side, the buying public is doing nothing but telling you what they want, and they fucking demean you whenever you think you're doing something good. You may be sitting there thinking, maybe I'll do 2 bedrooms in case someone wants a guest room for their family or friends or something like that. Maybe they'll need another kid in the future, and they'll need that backup room. Who really knows that? You get 14 greedy assholes who are sitting there saying, I'm a fucking single dude. I don't like kids. Why are you putting in a kid's room? I didn't fucking say it was supposed to be a kid's room. You ugly 90s era CGI fucking disaster of a human being. I don't know why, but you're gonna fucking deal with it because it's my game, you piece of garbage. And the person who has the least amount of problems with the house are going to buy it at the very end. You get the profits and you go back to doing odd jobs, or you could buy another house and do it all over again. Now, all that stuff I went over really makes this game sound more fucking boring than a feminist poetry session, right? It really gets your blood boiling hearing all these needy, greedy AI assholes talk to you the entire time, but calming down and thinking about it a little bit, I really don't think of it that way. At least 100% of the time. Yeah, it's definitely monotonous. I mean, it's unbelievably monotonous, especially when you have upgraded absolutely nothing and everything takes for fucking ever to put up on the walls. And I don't expect anyone to start a house flipper fan site explaining why molding is better than paint. I know it's that kind of game that it's not going to be like a huge following, but let's be fair. Sometimes you just want to play a game that makes you feel like you don't want to commit fucking suicide, okay? A lot of gamers out there are competitive as shit, including myself, because competition makes a fun game. It makes gaming events more fun. I can play 100 games of Realm Royale or League of Legends, but if I'm going there just to think, oh, I'm probably going to lose every single time, and that's fine, that's not going to be fun for me. Gamers are constantly pushing for that #1 place. And the more it eludes us, the more we fucking want it, which is great. It's a great thing to be that kind of person, but at the same time, you could burn yourself out on a game if you have that mindset all the time and you keep getting it taken away from you. You might stop playing the game for weeks, maybe even months if you get so pissed off one of these times. That's when this game comes along and tussles your hair and says, hey buddy, that's okay. Cheer up, bucko. You want to renovate a few houses for a couple of brain-dead AIs? It's okay. You know, no matter what, they'll buy it. They're completely idiotic. I have made some crappy houses, and I still got money back for it. So it's completely fine. You know, just relax, build a few houses, and then you can go right back into those games that you were playing. Go right back into the thick of it. You know what I mean? Or as I like to call it, the RuneScape therapy. Because even though I can't stand RuneScape, I think it's an awful game, and I absolutely hate it. There is something emotionally relaxing about grinding continuously at a simple task to get a greater end result. When you flip a house and you spend an entire hour doing it, and these are some of the smaller houses too, folks. There are houses that are 4 times, 5 times bigger than the one right here, but that's an hour you were listening to a podcast or catching up on a Netflix binge, or you were just doing something that didn't rely on you concentrating feverishly to get first place. You were relaxing, and overall, that's what games are made for, guys. It doesn't always have to be a dick measuring contest on who can get best and who can get worst, and you know who's just overall better. And sometimes you just need a game that does nothing that's just relaxing. And that's exactly what this game is. I mean, there are other things that I could go into. This game definitely needs a lot of work. I can tell you that right now. There are multiple times where the game glitched a dirt stain and I couldn't fucking find it. It was on my mini-map, but I couldn't find it. It wasn't on the ground. It wasn't on the wall. It wasn't on the ceiling. I don't know where the fuck it was, so I just kept sweeping around that area, you know, looking up and down like I was doing some sort of fucking ancient Egyptian, you know, ritual here, and I finally would get it. But there's been multiple times where I just couldn't find find it, and it was so fucking frustrating. The game also chugs in some places, and it's constantly like a quarter behind, like a quarter of a second behind. I was thinking that it was my computer to begin with, and like maybe my computer, hey, this thing has been with me for 8 years without me having to update it here, and maybe these new video games are starting to come out, and I'm gonna need to make a hard decision on what I'm going to do here. But looking up on forums and shit, looks like everyone's having these problems, just a bad optimization. You can put wallpaper on the same wall that has that wallpaper design already fucking on it, which is annoying because I don't really have time to look down, look up. Putting wallpaper on these fucking walls is the worst thing I could ever think of. For the paint, at least you could do paint 3, paint 4 if you've upgraded completely, and that one makes it go quicker. This one's literally grab one, put one up, 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 grab the rope, kill yourself. Every fucking time it's like that. So I try to not do moldings or anything like that because it's just, it's way too repetitive. But it's even worse when I'm doing the same thing over and over again because I just want to get the fucking thing done with, and then I just say, oh, to hell with it, I'm just gonna paint. Fuck it. Will this be for everyone? No. Some people need the competition to have a good time, and I can understand that. But if you're one of these people who just wants a casual game and just wants something to take your mind off the hullabaloo of modern life, consider buying this game. I think you'll like it. Or you might hate yourself and you'll hate me for spending your entire day off virtually cleaning while your actual house continues to grow mold that is so complex that it starts breathing and eating all the food from the kitchen and leaving its dirty laundry draped all over the TV. And it uses your specially conditioned face moisturizer. And it uses every single minute of your phone plan that you share with it. And it doesn't pay the rent on time. And it makes you upset that you accidentally left out this pile of pizza and beer that made this monstrosity and this fucking awful roommate. Fucking Jerry! I hope you had a good time, guys. I gotta cool down here a bit. Gotta cool down here. Gotta play more. Gotta play more House Flipper. Gotta play more House Flipper.